Click. Click. What did we even do last time? We were in the middle of re-dungeon delving, if I remember
Yep.
correctly.
Oh yeah, I missed a good bit. I probably should have watched the VODs. Sorry.
That's
Well,
what the recaps are for.
there's
But does your
extra.
character even know what happened? Like,
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I think the last thing of last session was Cal, I think, trying to communicate with the giant toad.
oh yeah, that's what happened.
Right.
Yep, forgot about that.
Hmm. Yeah. Stream title is Redungeon.
Great.
Alright.
Ryan, you gonna have your
I don't even have
your
laundry up.
Oh
Do
nah,
Video
I'm still in the middle of moving, and the space behind me is an utter disaster. So
Fair.
no worries. Any
frankly,
worse than
frankly,
this?
I'm an utter disaster. Yeah, actually, it's pretty rough in here.
Thanks.
Alright.
Although we have the same box stacking style, I can see
Where it fits.
diagonal.
What is that? Minecraft Johnson?
It's Dungeons and Dragons. That's
Alright. I am here. There is my detect magic template, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Can't take this action while the game is currently paused. That's fair.
It's unpaused now.
Okay. Great. Boop.
We haven't leveled at all, have we?
New.
Nope.
Okay.
Let me fix this. There we go. Okay, we're good to go.
Cool. I guess so. Recaps for Ryan. Let's see. What was the last thing you remember, Ryan?
Let's see. We were scouting doing the thing in the village at night with the making sure there weren't like corrupted wolves or something.
Yeah. Okay.
A couple sessions ago, I think.
Yeah. So, after that, you guys had warned the town. You had told them, "Hey, this is what's going on," leaving out, kind of the crazier details of things, but still being forthright. You found out that there is going to be a caravan coming into town the next couple of days. There was some suspicion on Selena. I need my notes. For some reason, as we're concerned about her and
Her intentions.
her intentions of why she's actually there in town.
All right, because he was kind of sus. I kind of remember that now.
Past that, there were some interactions with the proprietors of the horse head, specifically Xanthos. And then you decided to prepare for the caravan by coming back into the back into the dungeon, the caverns, to scour anything left over. You guys fought off a saber-toothed tiger, a roper. You met up with a very curious yet timid giant ice frog. toad, I guess, giant ice toad, that Cal was trying to communicate with. And I think that's about it. Did I leave anything out, guys?
While trying to communicate with the giant ice frog, I found a tunnel under the lake that we had previously just kind of passed by. That we don't know where it goes, and it seemed to kind of go deep, and so I figured we would look into it later, but glad to know that that is there.
It also had like some blocks on the sides.
It was like explosives
Right.
on the sides of the cave.
Oh,
Underwater.
like recently placed or like back
No.
from the mining
No,
days?
old,
Okay.
like,
Especially
yeah,
because they're underwater.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
Nothing like a bit of soggy gunpowder. You never know, right?
So, with that, the caverns are freezing. Those who are not resistant to cold or immune to cold. The sounds of the River of Souls echoes in the distance, drips of water coming from a cavern a little ways over. There are just a few places left, very few places left that you guys have not explored yet in the frozen crypts and the surrounding caverns. So, Fellowship of Fools, what would you like to do?
If I'm not mistaken, we were heading north to this.
Yeah, we were gonna go over here, I think.
If it'll let me ping. Why is hold to ping not working? What is up with that?
Mine's working.
Mine does not
I'm
seem to
working
be
also.
What
Does
the-
your keyboard think that you're holding like a controller and Alt or Shift or something? Sometimes it gets like glitched, and just like retapping those will.
Oh, that's why. I'm
That's why.
placing templates. I'm dumb. That's why. There it is.
Yeah, so you guys should be free to move. Wherever you would like.
What are we seeing?
As you guys head into the room, head in that cavern, you see the dead end with some of the bloodberry bushes growing.
Snag.
Roll d4. Actually, in this case, roll 2d4.
Average.
Right. The cavern doesn't seem to be anything here specifically. As you look around, it just seems like a hollowed out by time and erosion little cavern.
Nothing,
Well, is there anywhere else we haven't been?
anything behind the berry bush?
As you kind of push it to the side and take a look, there doesn't seem to be. You do see that there are some of the pieces, some of the branches that have grown kind of into the ice, and there's some the ice are started to split and then reseal over the branches. But doesn't seem to be anything specific behind there.
Alright. Well, there's the magma room. In the catacombs. And then there's the northeastern section of the cavern we have yet to explore.
I say we go to the magma room first.
Yep, it's on the way.
Great. Let's clear it out.
Woo.
Traveling through the corridors, the caverns, you start to see pieces of the rock and the stone underneath sheets of ice. The way these caverns have formed, weird. Almost like the caverns were here and then kind of flat froze.
Hello? I'm lost.
Also, you notice that Clash
wait,
is
hold on,
with
hold on. I'm gonna roll something.
Flash
No,
over here.
we were just moving fast. For the sake, I'm not gonna roleplay us walking every single step, guys.
Going this way. I don't actually know which way they went, so.
Clash, you do remember down here you see the if you stay back there
Oh,
by
yeah.
the lake for a second, you see that you look down into the water and you see the two yellow orbs that just kind of wink out every once in a while, staring up at you under the
That
water.
Cal already. So last session we watched as Cal got sucked in by its tongue.
Oh, this is the toad.
Yeah.
Okay.
We already interacted with it. We made a bet that Carson said he wouldn't come back up and we'd have to save him. But you won a gold, and I gave you a gold.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I already knew it was down here.
Yeah, you already knew.
On my map, it looked like I hadn't been down there, so it hadn't been revealed for me.
But hearing the noises of footsteps and everything, you follow your companions back into the frozen crypt, the crypts themselves.
So what was our marching order last time? I think it was Ergi first, followed by Clash, followed by me, and then it was either Nyx or Cal.
I was somewhere in the middle. I did not want to be on one of the ends.
Nyx
Which
would
way
have
is
been
the
in
front?
back.
Sure.
Alright. We gotta go, yeah.
So what's the deal with these magma rooms?
Don't know, we haven't looked in them yet.
Oh, okay. What does the magma taste like?
Three
Pain.
tombs. Three tombs stand on the eastern wall of this room. It's black stone glistening in the bright light of lava. Two pockets of lava captured in two square holes in the ground bubble and boil, but don't seem to cause harm to the interior.
Should we check the giant statue things?
I was thinking more using detect magic.
Speaking of which, detect magic. As you enter the room, Tarzan, you get a sense that the entirety of the pools of lava are both magical in essence.
Interesting. Is it the lava itself or the container?
Yes.
Interesting.
The specific school you get as you focus on it is conjuration.
Conjuration. Okay.
And slight abjuration. There's kind of a dual. So
Do I know what kind of magic would cause this to be created? Or what kind of spell?
it could be a number of things. Anything from opening a pocket or a gate into the elemental plane of fire. It could be something where the interior is of the containers is constantly heated and melted. It's a number of things. Since lava isn't a liquid, it's melted stone and rock. You're not. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects to it that could be implemented.
All right. On a visual inspection, do we see anything else in the room?
Else in the room, make an investigation check.
I will assist.
And
Gracias.
Nyx was gonna assist too.
Why don't you guys each roll separately on this aspect?
Oh,
While
we'll
they
each
roll-
separately. Okay.
I'm flicking a copper coin into the lava to see if it reacts. Or just for good luck. It's hard to say.
All right, 2019 and 11. I'll start with the 11. Ergi, you focus more on the sarcophagi on the corners, on the other side of the room. You notice that they are similarly built, but they do each have a name plaque, or at least a plaque on them. As you look closer, it seems like these were three miners who had passed away before the Black Mines was compromised, or was destroyed, whatever you want to call it. Seems like, three different people from three different families. Each of them have epigraphs from their family members, or from one of them even has something that says trusted caregiver, great friend. The other one is loving husband and father. The last one, you see it has some numbers before what looks like a title of what's the word? Supervisor.
I'm gonna cast Divine Sense. Not cast, but just use.
Yeah. You focus, and you get that thing coming out from your soul, your spirit, and it does connect with three separate undead, one in each of the sarcophagi.
I will immediately ask Cal to back up a little bit.
All right.
There is undead within these sarcophaguses.
More ghost, if anything. Would rather not deal with that right now.
Question. Did my copper coin melt, or did it not interact with the magic lava?
You flip your copper coin in, and you hear a distinct as it doesn't stink, but it lands on top. And as you watch it, it starts to bubble, grow red and white, and then starts to disintegrate into the lava.
Bash's gonna rub his chin a little bit. Suggestion: we push the corpses into the lava.
Not the worst idea, actually.
Wait, why?
I don't feel like ghosts
They're
would be
undead,
affected
yes?
by lava.
Why not?
Does Karzan know if lava would affect ghosts?
It's magic lava.
That
isn't
feels
it?
like some esoteric knowledge Karzan would know.
So it's an interesting concept here. Yeah, on the one hand, no. On the other hand, this is magical, technically. And you do know that magic items and weapons have special properties that could interact with an incorporeal form. So
Maybe.
you can certainly try.
Carson's gonna say no. Carson, despite knowing the technical hypotheticals, he says that wouldn't work.
Clash is gonna look a little sad. Kick a pebble in.
Take a pebble.
I want to push a ghost into the
Kicks a rock.
lava.
If it's a zombie, we'll let you do it.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna immediately start looking around the corners for zombies.
The 19 and the 20. As you look around, you do notice that there's something that Ergi missed sitting next to some of the bottom sarcophagus here. There are a couple of almost rotting leather pouches. They're just kind of placed next to the tomb. And both Tarzan and Nyx pick up on this right away. Tarzan, as you get, I guess you could technically have picked this up beforehand, but you're focused on the
Big
lava pits. There is a oh man, I guess my brain is like,
It's been a minute. We've been on a break. Gotta warm
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Dust off the gears.
Let's go with that. Evocation.
Ooh, okay. Curious.
There's a very slight hint of evocation in there, but it's like all within these bundles and leather pouches that are kind of fallen apart and covered in dust and cobwebs.
I'll press to digitate them a bit to clean them up.
Okay.
But once he's done with that, he'll use his gauntleted claw to pick up and he'll more like be on guard if something happens, and he'll pick up the pouches and open them.
Looking through pouches, they kind of almost disintegrate in your hands. You find a vial of some kind with sort of, well, it's obvious from what it is. You guys have seen these, and this is a common healing potion. And you do also find some coinage. You find 35 silver and 22 gold pieces.
All right. Typing up my list of loot from this. I'm remembering we skinned. Also, Clash, I forgot to mention, we skinned and gutted each of the monsters that we fought. So the saber-tooth tiger, we got 50 pounds of saber-tooth meat, 2 saber-tooth eyes, 12 saber-tooth teeth, and a saber-tooth pelt. That's fine.
Nice.
And then from the roper, I think we actually, I don't know if Josh mentioned this to everyone else, but we wanted to retcon some of the loot we got.
Wait, a roper?
Right.
Because we read the monster description for a roper, and it literally says in the monster info, a roper's stomach acid is incredibly acidic and sought after by alchemists as a solvent.
So I think we figured out that you guys found, or were able to get 3 vials of roper stomach acid.
Great.
No, I thought earlier you were going to say that you skinned a roper, and I'm like, well, I guess they definitely do have skin.
We have 6 large chunks of roper carapace is the
Okay.
loot line we have.
Nice.
But alright, I
nice.
wrote down the healing potion and gold.
Other than that, the place looks dusty, dirty, but empty of anything else that you guys might.
Alright. How about this room up here? Ergi, if you want to lead the charge.
Yep.
If they haven't already looked in this room down below, I'm just gonna glance around for zombies just in case.
You take a
Yeah,
look
I
down
think-
there, and you do see some. I guess it wouldn't be blood, but you do see aspects of. Excuse me. Of a struggle. The dust on the ground has been moved, and you do recognize this room as the place that you guys fought the ghost
Oh, okay.
first time you came in here.
No zombies then. Ah. Ah.
Um, in this upper chamber, all right, give me 2 seconds. In the side room, you see 2 black stone tombs that are set into the walls. Their names are written in 2 different scripts, and below each. And below that, another brief text in the same script.
Would we recognize what scripts they're in?
The first one on the right, you see belongs to a. It's written in Dwarvish. Does anyone here speak Dwarvish?
I do.
Uh,
That's the language of money, baby.
Oh, Nick speaks Dwarvish as well.
Oh, nice. So you both would be able to read. Here lies Arkin Veinebreaker.
That's like the second vein breaker we found.
You also recognize that last name as Simeon's last
Right.
name.
Yeah. There was another
And the
breaker
other
in the
one,
ghost room.
yeah, the other one would be written in Elvish.
what does it say?
That one belongs to. How do you pronounce that? One sec. Corine Jafalaste. Jafalast. Jorinne. Rin, maybe? Japhalast.
All right.
You do notice that these tombs are a little more ornate than the other ones, especially the ones specific to the one to the south of you guys. The rest of the script on there says Foreman. Bainbreaker says Foreman of or 3, and the elf, who I'm not going to attempt to say the name again because my brain is not working on that, says Foreman of 4-1.
Well, there's likely more undead within them, but they are ornate, so perhaps.
Alright.
Loot as well.
Standing in the center of the room, is my detect magic doing anything?
Necromancy magic, perhaps.
You do not feel necromantic magic. You do, however, one oddity I forgot to mention in this room is up in this corner up here. There seems to be a lead, maybe 10 feet up. The ceiling, by the way, is about 15 feet tall. About 10 feet up, there is a small ledge, a small opening that seems to go into a smaller chamber.
I bet I
Although
could
it
get in
is-
there.
I'll hoist you.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Alley-oop.
Just for the heck of it, Eric, you make a strength check.
Just straight.
Yeah.
Just for the record, my character weighs 260 and it's 6'1". I'll definitely fit
Nice.
in.
15's enough. You managed to hoist him up there. It's strange. Inside the crypts themselves, you haven't actually seen any ice. This room is the floor is nothing but a sheet of ice. As you hoist it up, you start to slip and slide before your hands catch on the railing, which is made of stone. Pulling yourself up and looking in, it's about a 10-foot by 10-foot little area, maybe 7 feet tall.
Oh, it's tall. I thought it was like when you're telling the sizes. I thought it was like a foot or two tall.
No, so
Okay.
the way to get in is about 2.5 feet tall.
Uh-huh.
But once you're in it, it opens up into a bigger, slightly bigger area.
And it's just a square room. No, just ice on the bottom.
Yeah, the walls, floor, and ceiling are made out of perfectly chiseled ice in a way that really feels kind of unreal. Stepping into the room, you feel the temperature change to something a little more pleasant, a little warmer, actually. In the far corner lies what looks like a leather-bound book. It's about this time that Tarzan, you kind of dial into your detect magic and feel there is something magical on the other end.
But the ice room itself is not magical like the lava.
Doesn't seem to be.
There is a lot of ice, perfect ice, in a book.
Grab the book. Toss it down.
I'm
How
gonna slowly
are
wiggle
we sure
myself
this
in
isn't a
there.
trap?
It's fine. I'm stronger than traps. I'm just gonna wiggle myself in there.
You move
I
yourself
can't.
over.
I can't move any further than that.
I can.
Ah,
Now you're stuck there.
now I'm trapped.
As you head over to the book laying on the ground.
Wait, real quick. Is the ground so perfect that it's slippery, or is it?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Yes.
I'll Looney Tunes my way over there then.
Very, very Looney Tunes. You kind of slip and slide, and you kind of doing this kind of a thing. You finally reach the opposite wall. Look down at the book. It's a very nice, dark leather.
Is there any writing on it that I can tell before I pick it up?
No. Does not seem to be.
Should I pick it up? I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah. Give
I'll
it
pick
here.
it up.
I'll be identifying it
What?
shortly.
What are interns for?
Do I
You
immediately implode?
no, you pick up the book
Oh,
and nothing happens.
fine.
You slip and
I'll
slide
go
your way
this day
back
without
over.
being cursed, I suppose.
You slip inside your way back over into the edge, nearly toppling down into the room. And yeah, you pass the book down. That's it.
Tarzan will do a quick identify ritual.
While he's doing the identify, what are the rest of you guys up to?
I think I might pop open one of these sarcophagi
What?
since we didn't get any. Well, you
Well, I didn't get.
detected the magic, right?
I didn't get detect necromantic magic on the other ones either.
Did you use it in the other room?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and that's also what happened originally. There was no necromantic magic until we disturbed the tombs.
Well,
Save the dead.
well, I think it's potentially worth a fight if we can maybe open one at a time. I don't know. It depends on if there's something good inside. We're kind of here to clear the floor, after all.
I still think we push the whole coffin into the lava all
That
at
also
once.
destroys the loot.
Flash looks unperturbed and confused.
And that's a problem
Either way.
because
If we do that, we'll wait for you to finish looking at the book. Either way.
All right, what's in the book? If it's goblin, let me know. That was my elective.
took a
Next
goblin elective
we'll-
in Adventurer High School.
Next, we'll take a quick look over this way into the room that had the book on the dais, and also peek into the long room, just to make sure there's nothing new we can see.
You look into the long room. You can see the kneeling man in the corner, the perfectly still water in the center. Nothing new. You do notice that the book that was on the pedestal is back.
Well, I mean, it was back before.
Wait, I've lost my token. Everything gone.
Did you delete your token somehow, Ryan?
I didn't press anything.
You somehow did delete it.
Huh.
It's weird.
I think you're allowed to delete your own token somehow.
Oh.
Huh.
I think I set that as a permission
the
that you're
torches
allowed to
are-
drag your own token onto the battlefield.
Torches are 20 dim, 20 bright. Right?
Yeah. And I did that because sometimes there are like companion things that you need to have. I should get like a spiritual weapon token ready somehow. Anyway. What's my identify say?
Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Didn't mean to rush you.
We're good. Okay. You should now see it in the items folder in the items section.
Items.
It's called the Tome of the Hills.
Tome of the Hills. This spellbook, along with anything written on its pages, can't be damaged by fire or immersion in water. In addition, the spellbook doesn't deteriorate with age. While you are attuned, you can cast the Legend Lore spell once per 7 days. That's a very specific book. Legend Lore. Let's refresh my memory on that spell. Legend Lore is a 5th level divination spell. Do you question? Does this spellbook? No, it wouldn't because it's an item. Never mind. I forgot. The Legend Lore typically has a casting cost, but if it's on a magic item, it generally doesn't. And I remember that from my staff. Name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never widely been known. If the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. The more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed the information you received is. The information you learn is accurate, but it might be couched in figurative language, etc., etc. Cool stuff.
Of course. We could use it on what's his face.
That is, I believe this would be a magic item we technically would want to keep.
Agreed.
Yippers.
Alright. Well, if that's everything in this room, I think the only, if we zoom out, there's the top right room and this room over here that I'm pinging on the map.
All right.
Flash is still eyeballing the coffins. What if we push just one into the lot? Just one of them. They're not all gonna have loot.
What if we
Oh,
fight the thing
gosh.
inside and then just pull the thing into the lava?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Then we don't have to kill the loot and we can
How
still
do you
throw things in
pull
lava.
a ghost?
Well, you let yourself get possessed.
And then you throw yourself in the lava?
It's just that simple, really.
Al is going to look at Clash, make eye contact, and say, "That was a joke."
He's just gonna stare blankly. I still think it's a good idea.
That's why you're the intern.
All right. So where are you guys headed?
I say this away through the long hallway.
I don't actually know where we're going because I don't have any of this map loaded.
So we'll have to come back still eventually and try to figure out this kneeling dude, right?
Well, we
I'm
kinda,
pretty sure we just stick a flute in his palm and we
Oh, this
solve
is
it.
the instrument guy. We haven't done this yet.
Mhm.
no, but we don't want to do it quite yet.
I would rather like have a fresh run because also we know that like parts of the dungeons like lock off the longer we're in here, and so I'd
Oh.
rather just like clear this floor fully and then go out and meet the caravan that's going to be in town tomorrow, and then
Or today.
and then we can come back in afterwards and try to go down.
Okay.
Alright, what do we got here?
Let me get a quick. Thing. Description. Maybe. Cool, there we go. This room appears to be ruptured. Its walls are jagged with pointy spikes and cracks in the walls. And one of the cracks has seemed to spill over into the floor, breaking it open and creating a ravine that runs across the length of the cavern. To your right, um, you see the way in, and you see a blood-buried bush. In the back of the room, the walls seem to have. Yeah, okay. The ravine drops probably 30, 40 feet and gets narrower and narrower as it goes down. Jumping across is going to be a bit challenging because the floor here is oddly once again one of those perfectly flat ice floors.
I'll do a pass across the whole room with detect magic, or at least on this side.
Okay. Real quick, so you head over this way, and you start to sense things, the magical essences around you. You don't feel anything. Until, let's see if you do feel this.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Does 19 hit you?
I think so.
You take 4 points of cold damage
Oh no.
as part of an icicle seems to break off and slash out at you. I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative as soon as I
Start
Oh,
combat.
boy.
this. There we go.
Okay.
Nice.
Did you ask me for a concentration check?
I would love a concentration check, yes.
That's cool that you can do that. So many dice. Why are oh, okay, it's the dungeon master rolling.
I don't know what
Why
you're
are
talking
there
about.
so many dice? Why is there so many dice?
Okay. Alright, who did that? Alright, let's do this.
Oh,
Start of the round. Six.
did you say real quick? Was this a ravine or is it like frozen over, like we can walk on it or something?
It's a full ravine. Like it drops probably 40 feet.
All
Do,
right,
just
don't wanna
quick
go
question: do I get anything from having grit on my initiative? I just don't know what the rule in this campaign is. I haven't done it before in this one, so.
Oh,
You get a
good
plus.
job. No, I think that's
We don't do
I
anything.
guess yeah,
for-
you and Cal, you and Nix are tied for initiative technically.
Yeah, but
So,
I think
you guys-
Nyx has better dexterity.
Yeah, you rolled an 18 and we got the same in it, which means you have better stats.
Okay. So yeah, Nix, you're up.
Cool.
Okay. Can Nyx tell from 70 feet away what it was that attacked Carson?
You saw something lash out, and Karzan kind of cry out in pain. It honestly looks like a chunk of ice.
Hmm.
You can,
Okay.
get closer if you want.
If you want.
Don't worry about those 30 rolls. It's fine.
It's
It's just one
Okay.
creature.
As a bonus action, Nyx will shift. That'll give him. Let's see. What is that? 6 temporary health points. And then 6 temporary hit points, and walking speed is increased by 40. So let's see. About right there. Okay. Nyx is gonna move about there.
okay. You
Um,
get to about there, and let's see if it hits you. It's going to take an attack of opportunity
Okay.
from the shadows. 14 does not hit, but it does reveal itself. It lashes out, and just at a corner of eye, you see it, and you're able to duck out of the way, and you're able to move the rest of the way.
Okay. Yeah, gonna get out the what's it called? Longbow. Yeah, getting out the longbow, gonna start shooting. Probably at the one that attacked Karzan.
Sure.
Okay, first shot, I'm gonna take the sharpshooter penalty to the attack roll.
Okay.
Does 19 hit?
Absolutely.
Okay. Ooh, 23 damage max.
Sharpshooter's pretty good.
You fire arrow where you think this thing's head is, and you see it turn just in time to catch the arrow directly in its sunken white eye. You hear it as it topples to the ground and dies. However, as it expires, you watch as starts to like shift and twitch, and then explodes. I need Karzan to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm so good at those. 10.
And let me 2 seconds. Not showing me. Let's screw this. I'm going down to 5e tools. Come on. And actually succeeds. Barely.
Whoa.
Oh,
Alright.
So you will take half of this. You take 4 points of cold damage as the thing bursts next to you, shards of ice exploding out in every direction. You kind of duck out of the way, but some of them still embed themselves in your side, and your what's it called? Your concentration fails.
Yep.
Okay. That was my first shot, so I'm Yeah, I'm gonna
Cool.
turn around and fire at the one who had attacked me.
Cool.
Again with the penalty. Does 12 hit?
12 does hit. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Oh wow, 23 again.
Once
Who would have
again,
guessed it?
2 shots, 2 kills. The thing explodes. No one's nearby it. So you all avoid that.
Hmm. Uh, let's see. Are there any other icicles on the floor on our side of the ravine?
I mean, there's quite a few.
Yes. So they could be anywhere. If there's
Yeah,
more.
I mean, it's not like it's a perfectly flat plane of ice. You do have variations and icicles kind of everywhere.
Um. Well, that was my action, and I don't have a third target for this turn, so I think Nyx is gonna stay where he is and look out for anything else.
Okay, sounds good. Cal.
So I don't know where any are, right?
Correct. The one that was right next to you just exploded, and you kind of like got what's the word? Kind of just pelted with
Yeah.
shards of ice that
And
not very.
these things attacked people as they moved past them.
Yeah, seem to.
That's how we saw the 2 so far.
Mhm.
And their attacks, it wasn't just like sound and I lash out. It's like they were waiting and took advantage, right? Like it was an intelligent kind of like, not like an impulsive, but an intelligent kind of.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it seemed fairly intelligent. Like
Okay.
it wasn't just an animalistic kind of thing, as far as you can tell.
Cool. I'm going to give Karzan some Bardic. I'm going to take the dodge action, and I'm going to pass my turn.
Okay.
Max, did you hear that?
I did hear that. It gave me some
Great.
inspiration.
Fantastic.
I'm adjusting. Okay. Alright, sweet. Karzan's going to cast Spirit Guardians. Let me do that.
All right. Actually, that spell should give you a template if you cast it, I think.
Will it? It didn't give me a template. How rude. I was like trying to get it to. But I'll just make my own template.
Okay.
It's a, let's see, 15 foot around
15 foot
me.
radius. Yep.
Alright.
Cool.
Does anything
When
happen immediately? Or nah?
I believe it's when they start their turn or when they enter it for the first time.
So me walking into them would be them entering it for the first time.
Or casting it.
I can't
Or
remember how we
casting.
ruled that before.
I think before, I remember with Novel, I ruled it when you would walk into people, it would trigger immediately.
Okay.
That's how most spells work. Like Moonbeam and stuff, if you move it over somebody, it triggers.
Don't know if that triggered anybody immediately, but I'm going to walk as far as I'm able, which is only 15 feet, if I'm not mistaken, in this icy terrain.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Since I moved 40 feet, I probably should have rolled something earlier.
Are you wearing any of the ice resistant stuff?
I don't think so.
Remember.
It's just Cal and I believe.
Gotcha. Okay. We'll do it next turn. No worries.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, we're gonna need 2 wisdom saves. Looks like. First one is 14 and 8.
I believe those both fail.
All right. So you keep it at 12.
Yeah, we'll keep the 12. Oh my.
You see your spirit guardians. What form do the spirit guardians take?
Oh, that's a great question. I hadn't considered that. Coins is too obvious. Gotta be like...
I think it's the person who gave you your first economics lecture. A ghostly visage of them.
No. Little fairies dressed up like accountants.
Excellent.
Business suits, briefcases, and that's what they use to batter the things surrounding you now. You watch as these little fairies, little pixie type creatures, just smacking these ice methods with their briefcases. As you hear them kind of screech out and kind of start clawing at the entities that are attacking them. But yeah, you look like you're kind of surrounded right there.
Yeah.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Flash.
At last. Let's see. Oh, I want to measure how far that is. I make that in a saving throw. Hand. Where do I do that?
Oh, I guess there was one other thing I wanted to ask.
Sure.
Would Karzan know of any magically beneficial thing towards ice methods and what they can be harvested or used for? I imagine if they're being exploding into just elemental ice, maybe it's just like elemental ice. I don't know.
Go ahead and make a history
will.
check on that one.
Anything can be sold if you're persuasive enough. These ice chunks are bona fide.
Wow, that's really good.
Ice methods.
28.
28. Ice methods are entities from the elemental plane of ice.
Isn't it
They
the
can
elemental
be
plane of water?
summoned. Oh, it's a subsection of ice.
Okay,
it's like
fair.
the midpoint between ice and air.
Okay.
You Understand that they can be summoned in, but that the forms that they take on the material plane are not fully there. Like it's just an aspect of them.
Okay.
The reason that the idea that these guys have taken up residence in this cavern is a little weird. You don't know where they came from, and B, most likely they are just made of possessed ice.
Great. Wonderful. Little nuisances that are useless to me. All right. Sorry, Clash. Go ahead.
Pretty much.
Oh, no, that's fine. Guess I'm gonna stab him.
Stab away.
That advantage did me no good.
Well, I think it did.
It still hits.
It still hits. All right.
What weapon are you using by chance?
I'm using my glaive.
Okay.
9.
9 points of damage on this guy. Hey, Clash, how do you want to do that?
Would it be out of the realm of possibility? No, that's like a whole move, like a whole subclass move thing. I'm gonna say I'll use my. I was wondering if I could use my extra attack to fling him instead of doing a second attack.
I'll
It's like
allow
a
it.
push.
Sure.
Push. Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna. In the action of hitting it with my glaive, I'm also gonna try to throw it as far away as possible, or at least into the crevasse there.
I see. I see.
There you go.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Sounds
Cool,
just as
okay.
unconventional for
Real quick
Clash as
before
anything.
you roll. You roll, DC's 12.
Okay.
If you beat the DC by 5, you fling it 10 feet. Otherwise, you fling it 5 feet.
Okay. Big money.
That is big money.
Big money.
That is very big money. You run up, wielding your glaive, stab through, the ice itself splits, and you're able to fling it like a baseball as it flies down into the crevasse itself before you hear a as it explodes down there.
Okay. I bother. No, we're gonna action surge on this. Fine, I'm gonna hold on to that. I think that's my turn then.
Okay, cool. Okay, real quick. Roll a dexterity check because you are running on slippery ice.
On ice.
No.
Dungeons and Dragons on ice.
Not ideal.
Ocho.
Yeah, I should have done this beforehand, but it's fine. I'll say you managed to get over there, flipping and sliding. You make your attack, and as you finish up your attack, you fall prone.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Home run.
All right. Here you
We invest in nails.
Oh,
and
I'm muted. Alright. I think I'm gonna run and jump to the other side. Over here.
Oh, you don't need to make a dex save because you got the slippers.
I got the slippers.
Sure. You flip your way over, and quite easily with your athletics, acrobatics, you jump across.
Cool.
Issues.
I guess I'll. So are these? What are these considered? Are they like some kind of fiend? or anything interesting? Or are they just like creatures?
Make an intelligence check. I'll allow history if you're proficient in history.
Yeah, both are -1. Sadly.
From the few glimpses you've gotten of them, they have kind of resembled fiends in a way, but they seem to be made of ice. So you're not sure. You're not sure if they are considered like classified as fiend or elemental.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and cast Divine Sense. So 60 feet
60
diameter.
feet. You ping your divine sense as it retreats from you. You don't get a sense of any fiends, undead celestials in the area.
Okay. That is my turn.
Okay. Nice method number 1. You know what? It is going to. Yeah. It's going to run. Here. It's going to fly towards you, Karzin. It's only going to make it to there because of the speed drop.
Isn't
I need
it
to
flying
make a
though?
wisdom.
Oh no! Oh, it's because of my speed drop.
Yes.
I need to make a wisdom
You need
save.
to make a wisdom save. That is going to be a 10. So, do you want to roll 3d8 for me,
3d8.
please?
14.
Good roll.
A little above average.
Yeah.
I think that is
And it
average, actually.
will. Going to need.
Thirteen and a half is average for 3d8.
And you know what? From there, it's going to breathe out a cone of frost breath.
Bleh.
I need Karzin to make a dexterity saving throw.
Wow, that's good.
And you succeed. I'm going to have to remind myself.
You know, maybe thinking on it, really should have prepared protection from energy. I mean, that's concentration too, but protection from cold damage sounds pretty alright right now.
You take 4 points of cold damage.
Owie. Can I make a con save to keep concentration? Because of course I do. Come on. Am I allowed to use the Bardic Inspiration for saving throws? Cool.
I think so, yeah.
Is it a D8 now?
Yep.
Awesome. Come on, D8. Hey, there it is. Alright, keeping concentration on that.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Cool, so that's that guy's turn. This guy is going to. Sure. You know, it will fly here. Makes it all the way to you.
I see a chain reaction happening in their near future.
I don't know what. Good meat. This one is going to be a 14, which fails.
Yep. Below average, 10 radiant damage.
Damage. It is going to. It would move this way. I'm wondering. Yeah. Oh, I can get both of you guys.
Cold is weak against Clash. Fire is weak
Need both of you
against
guys,
Carson.
both of you guys to make dex saves, please.
Clash is an ice type and Carson's a fire type. Alright, dex save again. Not as good this time round.
Carson, you do fail. So you take 9 points, and Clash takes 4 points of cold damage. Which I believe, Clash, are you resistant to cold damage?
Yeah, I got cold resist.
So then you take 2 points.
Come on.
In the words of
Hey,
Pokemon
that's good.
Stadium announcer guy, it's not very effective.
Man, what kind of sounds can we put on the soundboard for the Discord server here? Now I'm
Yeah, I'd love to
curious.
have some Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for, trainer?
They're both just standing around.
Now this one is going to fly and then dash to get over here. That was its action.
And as a reaction, because oh wait, it's not ending its turn yet. Never mind.
It did end its turn.
Oh, okay. Nyx is gonna move 10 feet. Oh, which way?
Back to back with Clash.
Well, but Nyx probably saw the frost breath hitting you guys. Towards the. I can't move because it's not my turn. I was gonna do 10 feet, 10 feet downward.
I gotcha. you go.
And this movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
All right. This guy is going to actually stay where it is and blow a frost breath at Ergi. I need Ergi to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
And
You succeed.
wow,
Yeah,
I'm
DC
also
is
resistant.
You're
also
gonna
yeah,
double
DC
have
is
it.
10. Go. Oh,
Wow.
so
Good one to double
was a
have.
lot.
7. Yeah,
Three.
7. You take 3 points of
Cool.
cold damage.
Yeah, that was 2 4s and 2 3s. That's 2 points shy of max damage.
This guy is also going to use its frost breath as it can, and it will get both Flash and Tarzan.
Okay.
I need both of you guys. Another dex save, please.
Good. Con save.
Proceed.
No, that's a charisma save. Whoopsie.
Oof.
Well, we'll just count the roll, but subtract 1. That's still really good. That still does it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Lucky you're resistant, Flash.
Oh my
3
gosh,
fours.
another insane roll.
The Flash, you take 7. Tarzan, you also take 7. And then the last one is going to fly up to here. And once again, I need another dexterity saving throw. Ergy, please.
Woo!
That succeeds. You take 5 points of cold damage.
Technically, it's
2 points. 2 points.
Cool.
super resistant.
Okay. That is all of that. Nyx, you're up.
Okay. Alright, next is going to start shooting again. First at the creature that was trying to stop next to him
Go for it.
with a penalty and 9.
9 misses.
Woof.
Okay, let's try that again. 12.
12 does hit.
Okay. $22 damage.
22 with a hit point total of 21. This thing is dead. Once again, you hear that and see it shatter into many, many pieces.
Okay, and the Nyx will stay where he is.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Al,
How's my party's HP looking?
Carson's looking pretty rough right now.
Everybody else is stable?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nyx is pretty stable.
Okay.
Not to not get specific, Carson is looking bloodied.
There's no way, right? Yeah. No, that's not happening. Um, and Yale was surrounded. That's a bonus action. And it's difficult terrain unless I dex save, right?
correct.
I think I'm gonna start by trying to go fast. See how
Gotta
that
go
goes.
fast. All right.
Gotta go fast.
Hey, that's good.
All right, 1,
Indeed.
2. Let's see this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let me read Bardic. I can't Bardic as an action, can I?
Nope.
Yeah.
Fortunately not.
Well, I think the best I can actually do, just for everybody, is hit our party with a mass healing word.
Awesome.
We all gain 6 hit points.
Nice.
All right.
That's my bonus action and my movement, and I'm gonna take the dodge action as my action and have my knives in my hands.
Okay.
Call that
That's
good.
good. Carson,
Alright.
you're up.
Bonus action, healing word at 2nd level on myself.
Okay.
Boop, normal roll. Alright, not bad. Yeah, pretty good actually. That's not, I didn't want to do minus 10. Come on, Max. Get it together. Alright, and then Carson will look to Cal and says, if I go down, you get me back up. And he's going to take a breath, and he's going to breathe fire on the 3 methods right back at him.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right.
They all need to make dex saves. Let me do that. Click that ability I have. Oh my gosh. Hold up. Wait. Hold up. I just realized something. Oh, I have access to my metallic breath weapon now. Nah, we're still gonna do the fire breath. It's still cool, but it
What's the
might
difference
be
between
more
metallic breath do?
tactically better to do one of my gold dragon options, but we're not gonna. Can't rotate it. That's annoying. Anyway.
What's the DC?
14.
Okay.
They'll still take
Top one
half.
succeeded.
Oh, they're all gonna succeed.
That one succeeded.
They all succeed.
That one succeeded.
Rip.
And it's 6 fire damage.
Cool. So even though they succeeded, they still take double damage.
Oh my gosh.
They each take 6 points of fire
Oh,
damage.
also, it's not 1d10. It's supposed to be 2d10. Oh, that's lame. Well, 10.
Okay. That changes things.
Oh, it does.
That guy's gone.
Are these ice guys not weak to fire?
Oh, they are.
Oh, okay.
So they each resisted, which means they each take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
This last one, you watch your breath weapon start to slowly melt. The other two melt completely before exploding themselves. I need you to make a dex save.
Yep. I figured.
Just one, though, since it was only
Got
the
it.
one closest to you.
Yeah, it's 3. It's 4.
Yeah.
Does that one get shrapnelled by his 2 buddies?
They
I'd imagine they're
um,
immune to ice damage. Or cold
They are
damage.
immune to cold damage.
Shame.
But you do take just 2 points of cold damage.
Okay, we're alright. We're
The one. The one that is still up, you see the wings have all completely melted off. And it is looking very, very rough.
Okay.
Cool. That was your action.
And that's my turn.
Anything else? Okay. Clash.
Oh, right. I gotta spend some movement standing up.
Yep.
Uh,
I imagine I don't know if never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
huh.
Oh, I didn't roll concentration. One sec. I'm good.
I want to throw a weapon, but I don't want to lose a weapon into the gorge.
Why did I roll that as Clash? That's weird.
Ah, heck. We'll do it. This is the Clash we're talking about. He's gonna chuck a javelin at that guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna move a little bit so that I don't
Oh, that's fair.
accidentally. Yeah. Whoop. Whoop. Eesh.
13 hits.
All right.
Yeah, he's got 1 hit point left. So, the javelin spears the last little bit of this entity before it. Carson, I need you to make a dex save.
Yep. That's totally fine. It's 11.
You succeed. You holy what? You take a point.
Got it.
Concentration check, please.
All right.
Yeah, even from a point.
Yeah, that'll be a failure. That's all right. They're all gone.
Well, there's still the two near Irgi.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna get over there anyway. Carson tries to stay far away from the fight.
Cool.
Tries.
Tries.
Clash. Anything else?
Well, I guess I don't have much movement left, but I do still have an extra attack. But I can't see any other enemies.
Not really. You can hear. You did hear Ergi kind of cry out earlier, but that's about
wait.
it.
20 feet of bright, 20 feet of dim. I can actually see that one, just barely, apparently.
Okay.
Does dim light have an effect on accuracy, or is it?
Let me
I
check.
don't think it does, right?
I don't think so.
I know lighting has some weird rules
Yeah.
that some people don't.
But I do know that javelins only have 30-foot range, and then disadvantage beyond.
So they do. Yeah, I used 15 movement to stand up, 5 to.
You can attempt to jump.
It still wouldn't be enough. It'd be 35 feet. It'd still be disadvantaged.
Sure.
So. Do I even have 2 javelins? Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Fourteen does hit.
Sick.
Yep.
Nine.
So in a dim light, you have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. That's it. That's
Cool, okay.
checks, so you can still like see things.
Perfect.
Yeah, your javelin flies true and deals some good damage to that sucker.
Okay.
Can I try and jump across?
I don't have to use half move. I don't have to spend extra movement to move on ice.
I mean, jumping across will just be an acrobatics check.
All right.
Or athletics.
Yeah, we'll do
Athletics
the
would be
athletics
better.
one.
I think for you. Still higher than 10.
Yeah.
Is, however,
That enough, or am I going down?
DC is just a little bit higher than that.
Oh no, Clash.
The Clash, as
run
you
in midair.
you once again Looney Tunes it. You like slip and slide. Your feet go out from under you, and you pause in midair, look around before falling.
Although technically,
this-
since I've already used all my movement this round, I don't actually move too far downward, right? That's how that works?
Yeah, gravity doesn't affect your movement. But you do fall. Looks like this section of the ravine is only about 30 feet deep. But you do fall the entire way and take 7 points of um, 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you land.
I'm gonna stick the landing, but I'm gonna do the old again Looney Tunes thing of it shaking me from my toes all the way up to my skull.
Just in like Ice Cloud, Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. It's like have you guys played Mario Odyssey yet or before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
When you land from a super high distance,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
exactly what I was thinking of actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
um,
You said it was 7 points?
7 points, yeah. Okay. Clash has disappeared. Turkey, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna move down here. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the bottom one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attempt to hit it with my Warhammer.
It looks like you were concentrating on Hunter's Mark already from before, so you might not have to cast it again. It lasts for a long time. An hour.
It does last for an hour, yeah. So you probably didn't have to cast it.
Cool. I'll give myself that spell slot back. Anyway, bonus action, I'll move my Hunter's Mark from wherever it currently is on a dead something to this bottom guy.
What?
Oh
my gosh, that was loud.
Poor guy's getting eviscerated.
Yeah.
Alright, does 15 do it?
Yeah, absolutely. How do you want to do this?
Nat 20.
So this.
Oh, roll another d6 too for Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just for the heck of it.
Overkill.
Oh, 6. Oh my goodness. Alright, so this ice method kind of looks over at me with a javelin, like stabbing through his leg or something. And I look at him, and then I swing my hammer over my head and crush him into death.
Oh, it's weird. You slam your hammer down, and it just. If you have ever seen a watermelon, a frozen watermelon crushed from above, it's similar to that. Just scatters all over. But then there is a secondary concussion that emanates from it as it explodes from underneath your hammer. It sends your hammer back up, kind of pivoting, giving you the momentum to turn around and hit the other guy. I also need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I get advantage off of that?
I was just about to say yes.
I mean, do you need it?
Nice. With the 20 dex save.
Cool. So you will take half 2 points of full damage.
You need to roll concentration on Hunter's Mark now.
That's right.
True.
Saved.
You're good. Now go ahead and make this attack with advantage.
Woo!
So close.
So close to another nat 20. The damage isn't as good.
That's okay. I'm gonna throw a level 2 Divine Smite into this one.
Sure.
Just for funsies.
I mean, literally,
Be right back.
there's half a room left, if I'm not mistaken.
Roll it. Six and 6.
6 bludgeoning.
No rolls, that's okay.
You. Okay. It is not down, but it is bloodied. Or icied.
Okay,
It's looking
that
rough.
is my turn.
Okay.
So how much damage is it for the second level Divine Smite?
2d8.
2D. Oh, is it 2 or is it supposed to be 3?
Oh, actually, I think it's supposed to be 3, actually.
It is supposed to be 3.
Yeah, you're right. Here, let me roll one more.
Well, let's see if it does it.
5. It's 17
Unfortunately
total.
not. But it still does hurt it even more.
Sweet.
This is a random memory in my head. Does bludgeoning do extra against them?
You're absolutely right. Yes.
I remember running an encounter with ice methods once.
Totally forgot about that. Cool. How do you want to do this one?
Same way, just a little bit of a finesse from killing the last one. Double crush.
Sure. You crush the first one, and the explosion blasts your hammer back up into position. You take a second, okay, cool, and then you slam it down on the second one. It also explodes. I need you to make another dex save.
Cool.
Yeah, okay. You take 1 point of cold damage.
Sweet.
As it also explodes, your hammer is shunted back up. You pull it down, and there's nothing else. It was quiet. Except for the hello of Clash down in the ravine.
Well, I was gonna say I've got a climber's kit, so I was just gonna
I was gonna throw a rope
Okay.
down
gear
for
up
you.
and mosey my way up.
You start hearing the clinking of gear being applied and put on. I will say the walls of the ravine have incredibly sharp, like razor-like edges. And so climbing out will not only take an athletics check, but also you will take damage
Before... Okay.
with a climb.
Before...
However,
Oh.
Go ahead.
Before Clash starts to climb up, Carson will say, "Wait! Before you climb up, is there anything you see down there of value?"
Do I see anything of value?
Make an investigation check or a perception check. Find more perception on this case.
They're both +0, so it doesn't really matter.
Great.
I'm seeing a
is-
bit of 2 of everything. So I'm
Never
not sure.
mind. Carson will... Let's see, we're reaching the end. Can I afford to just straight up cast Detect Magic and not wait? Yeah, I got the spells for that. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. Just...
Cool.
I may have funked my noggin on the way down.
Tarzan, are you still looking pretty beat up?
Not anymore, actually. I mean, a little bit, but not bloodied anymore. Your heal plus my heal really got me back pretty high.
Cool.
Are we still
I
in
was just
initiative?
considering a first level cure wounds, but I think we'll just let it chill.
Yeah, we'll just let it chill for now.
What were you saying, Nix?
Are we still in initiative?
Oh yeah, we
No,
can't move.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah, Nyx was gonna walk over and look down at where Clash fell.
I was gonna throw a rope down, nail it down, and then also look into the ravine with my Detect Magic and see if I see anything.
Detect Magic only goes about 30 feet down, so it hits where Tarzan or where Clash is, but it does vary in height as it goes throughout the ravine. You don't sense anything. It doesn't look. I mean, you do see bones, partially frozen over from things that have fallen down there previously. Other than that, nothing really stands out. Flash, I need you to make an athletics check with advantage. And with the climber's kit and the help, the damage will be halved coming up.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna ritual cast augury.
Sounds good.
Net
With a nat 20, I'm just going to say you don't take any damage because
Oh, okay.
that's, yeah.
Cold resist. Nat 20.
Yeah, cold resist. Well, this is slashing damage technically, but yeah, or piercing. Yeah. But Clash, you make it out, and a few minutes later, Tarzan, you sit there shuffling your deck cards.
I'm also asking, the intent being, is it worth exploring on the bottom of the chasm for anything of value?
You shuffle your cards over and over and over, and then you draw one. As you look at it, it is the Jack of Clubs. Normally a sign of woe.
Got it. Sweet. Shuffle my cards back. Well, if my layout of the caves is correct, it's either jump across here, which is risky, or walk around and jump across the river on the other side.
Or you roll a d4 for me. I'm assuming you want to grab some of the bloodberries.
Yeah.
So it's either jump across this chasm and a river, or jump across a river twice.
I'm indifferent. I can ensure my way across either way.
I want to say jump across here.
Okay.
I will throw a rope across. Is there like anything on the side on the walls that I could tie my rope to, or have my rope tie itself to?
Yeah, there are icicles and kind of frozen over stalagmites.
Sweet.
You
Yeah, I'll
guys
just
can-
have my rope tie itself just like straight across the cavern here.
Easy enough. For sake of brevity, you guys managed to make it across.
Okay.
With the ease or with the help of each other and Ergi's rope, you guys are good to go.
Sweet.
Exploring this next cavern, you find that there really isn't anything of note here. You do see another bloodberry bush, but the cavern is open. And go ahead and roll another d4, Ergi. 2 more. But it seems
I'll
to
give
be
one to
just
Tarzan.
I don't think Carson's eaten one
It's,
today, so Carson will eat one.
good.
Is that how much?
3.
3 health? Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I have 7 of those in my bag right now that haven't gone bad yet. So we definitely could have cracked those out, but forgot.
Did I ever say I have good berry now?
Good
Nice.
to know.
That would mean you have all of your spell slots from the previous day in good berries, hypothetically.
Well, I didn't think about doing that at the time, so not really.
Alright.
Yeah,
Well,
seems like an open, empty cave, just kind of a large space.
Okay. Detect Magic's
You
not
mean
picking
like-
up anything, I imagine.
Other than the bloodberries, doesn't seem to be anything else of note.
Alright. I'll
Guess we
continue
could
on
head
to
back
the
now, or what?
continue on to the river, I guess. If there's anything there.
As you guys are searching around, there's another bloodberry bush on the other end, but other than that, you have
Nothing.
come full circle. There's the
Okay.
shallower river of souls here, or part of the river, I should say.
Is there faces in this part?
You do not seem to see any. No.
What is with that one room? How weird. Well, if that's all, I think that is everything on our checklist.
Unless we wanted to go murder those few ghosts that somebody might disturb when they wander in here for the protection of future travelers. But
grave robbers
what's-
get what they deserve.
What's that thing at the bottom of the circle? Did we already go down there?
Oh, right here.
Oh, the room with the snowman?
The snowman room? Yeah.
Oh.
We cleared that out the first time we came in
that's on the
before
way
you
to
got
the
to
entrance.
town.
Yeah.
Down
Ryan,
here?
I think Ryan hasn't seen all the fog of war, so just let him run around and see the actual map.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
that's-
reveal it real quick.
That's fair.
You can also just turn fog of war off.
At this point, yeah,
At
that's
this
true.
point, we've kind of I don't know, but
At the moment, I think that would be fine.
so I believe if we've explored the whole place, we're out of here. So this will be our last look potentially.
If we're not gonna throw the ghost in lava, are we at least gonna put up little signs like "Don't disturb the ghosts" or something?
I mean, we could do that eventually.
Then
If
again,
and
if
when
I
we-
saw a sign that said "Don't disturb the ghosts," I'd disturb the ghosts. So
Got a clash proof, which is not putting up warning signs. I mean,
It's
hypothetically,
making things look as boring as possible, despite being fascinating.
exactly.
hypothetically, I could cast Dispel Magic on the lava, because I have that now, to make it go away.
But the lava's the coolest part.
It is.
It
the
would
coolest
probably
part.
just
I
cool,
don't know
right?
why I'd want to do that, but that's the thing.
I mean, basically ourselves an infinite source of lava right here. Put it in a bucket, you know?
Just gonna say, all you need is a bucket, right?
It's hilarious you're making that reference, Ryan, considering this module's based off a Minecraft map.
Yep.
All right. I mean, if anybody else is against, I think we're ready to leave.
And
You
the
look
next
confused.
Hmm?
You look
I
either
cannot. Yeah, we're good. Just yeah.
okay.
No, what were you? What did you finish your sentence? You cannot.
Spoilers.
All right.
Like
fine.
the question in and of itself wouldn't be a spoiler, but like it would. Yeah. Anyway. Yep.
Okay. On that note, you guys make your way back towards the entrance, the elevator that will take you back to Deepfrost Citadel. You do notice along the way that there are certain sections that have either iced over, or there is one section that you have passed before that is completely caved in, and the rock and stone and ice is blocking that path off. But you have a good understanding
Sorry,
of the
rock
way
and stone.
this.
Sorry.
You get the way this section or this area is, and so you find your path back easy enough. The rope and metal clinks as the elevator ascends. And soon you find yourself standing in front of Deepfrost Citadel. The waning sun just peeking above the mountains in the distance, about to dip behind them. As you start to descend down the switchbacks, you take a quick look down into the town, and you see tents set up. Several tents, different colors. You see people, little specks of people, moving back and forth. It seems that the caravan has arrived a little bit early. But the hustle and bustle of people that are down there will have to wait for another hour or two to descend as you travel down. And what awaits you in the caravan will have to wait another week, as that is where we're going to end tonight.
All right.
All right. Level 1, the Frozen Crypts, full clear.
100%.
If this was Skyrim, you would have the little check mark next to the the name, the icon, or whatever it was. All right.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, nice. Cool. Well, hope you guys have a good night. Yeah, I guess we'll see you guys next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I should be
Thanks,
available.
guys.
So.
Awesome.
See you next time.
What we're not sure what our plans are. Next Tuesday is my birthday,
Oh.
and so if I'm around, I'm down to play. I like D&D, and that sounds like a fun birthday thing. But also, we might have plans, so I'm not sure, and I'll let you know when I figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, preemptive happy birthday.
Yeah,
then.
preemptive happy
Yeah,
birthday.
seriously.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Awesome.
Guys, yeah.
All right, good.
Good night, guys.
Night.
Good night.